Right, here we go. Night number 11. We've been having some issues with this mod and some kind of like soft locky type of issues. So we're gonna try to, especially with our collateral damage heroes, be very gentle. But as a reminder, this is our negative 100% accuracy challenge, which means that all of our heroes are pegged at negative 100% accuracy. And with that just comes a lot of weird dynamics. Not the least of which is that we're going to be stunning a lot of enemies or using heroes with a lot of collateral damage capabilities to clean things up. Those are our two primary mechanisms. You gotta stun them before you can hit them. Yeah, Orb doesn't work for this run. Dagger and Spear weren't worth having, and Production is a trap. Those things sound intuitive to me. We need to find a run where Production really pops off. I think that would be a good thing. But this first turn looks good. Let's get ourselves going. I'm shifting this hero down because while this was listed as one of the large attack sides, it is far from it. I do think I can inch this hero out so we get a little more berserk proccing going, and then you can kind of come over here, because that's going to be where we're going to need you. And we may need you a little bit more over here. All right. 44 action points. Oh, we get the Misty guy again. That's a very interesting coincidence, actually. Because we've gotten different elites on different runs here, but that seems like curiously similar. So let's see. So we don't actually need to get overheats for this to start popping off pretty effectively, but we do want to overheat. There we go. We got overheat going. Do we want? I think that can be enough for this hero. Maybe we just hop over here. So this should kill all 4 of these plus potentially this one here. Yep. That's pretty exceptional. It would be fun if there was a way to stack up enough negative accuracy to make this work more reliably. And maybe we will mod that in. Stranger things have happened. Where did this hero's movement go? I guess they've already moved 10. That is quite a few. And they have such an incredible amount of sustain with Perseverance proccing so frequently. Actually, I guess we probably don't need to do that. We probably need you to come over here so that we can get this stun going. Oh, I'm hitting these guys. Ah, that's disastrous. I always forget that attacking stunned enemies with this hero is not good for business. Okay, we don't want to do that. I think I'm just going to use a transfer here if I can eke one out around the corner. Just to get you back a little bit. The Lancers do hit pretty darn hard. That's a takeaway that we had from last time. Yes, hit breaks the Snappy Snapper. It is very odd. I guess if we had kept Geo Reservoir, maybe we could have done something with it, but I really thought, I guess this is our new hero, Garundira, who could use a little more AP among other things. And we should be proccing more sadist type stuff. That's for sure a thing that I will try to pay attention to. Might as well stack up some debuffs there. And then you're fine. You're overheating enough. Are you overheating enough? We probably want to do a little more overheating, don't we? Just to lock this in for the remainder of our time. We're healing 62. That's almost enough. All right. I think this looks good. Oh, it does feel like the ceiling spaghetti occultist. I can absolutely get down with that, Bray. That is an excellent excellent analogy. So okay, so we start here. We're gonna proc 8 collateral hits before we depart, so they all evaporate, and then we land over here. It's good eating for our rocket jumper. There is another bug with collateral hits that I don't know if other people have noticed, but when you first, I'll see if I can make it happen over here. I'll stand here and jump to here. And when I land, you see our movement radius right now? It's incorrect. We should be able to move more to the left, but the movement doesn't update for the hero being dead. So if I click off and click back on, then we get the movement here, which is a curious little something or other. And we have exactly 2 movement left. And I don't really want to get stunned, so I'll figure out what we're going to do there. But let's get collatteraling. The misses are good eating. What can I say? And then I think we'll be safe over there, so we can bring this hero over here to finish these 2 off. And I'm intentionally not using Contaminate because I don't really want to slow these enemies down. I don't want to stun them, especially now that we have Hex on everybody. It's just the stuns last for a really long time. And we don't necessarily want to deal with that. All right. Back to moving beds. All right. Have a good time, Bray. Enjoy your bed moving. Okay, we'll need someone potentially to come help with that. And then I was going to move you. How far is this bulky going? So if he's moving here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could rocket jump to like here pretty safely. I think that's reasonable. Hey, Kasarin, welcome. I feel like we're gonna fall behind. I guess we can have our rocket jumper come and help out a bit with this, and then you're good there. This guy's not quite going to make it in. He's going to make things a little awkward on this corner, but we'll do our buffs. Hey, Ivan. So the answer is much more complicated than that, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, we're finishing yesterday's run, and the short version is all of our heroes are locked at negative 100% accuracy, which makes collateral hits actually useful. But it's also very weird, right? You know, so it has that going for it, or not going for it, as the case may be. All right, so we'll jump over to here and watch the absolute devastation. And then we'll hop over here. I think I'm gonna provide a little extra. I'm gonna let this crew finish this off. And I think I'm gonna jump over this way. But now, unfortunately, this is a bad place for us to land. Maybe we do it anyways. We're only gonna get 1 collateral hit. Actually, given that, I think we're better off... Uh-oh, what's the most we can hit? Looks like 2. All right, we'll just do 2. And now we can only get one with our shot. Oh, but the overheat gets some too. So we have that going for us. And then I think I'll loop this hero around and give these guys a stun. Alright, so we're not going to get Berserk procs here necessarily on this turn. Also, we're still not breaking even, but that's okay. Alright, let's get to collateralling. What's our crit here? 13%? We should definitely up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. Yes, it is a modded run. Correct. I do not think that it is currently achievable to get enough negative points or enough negative accuracy. Excuse me. I got there eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5, right? Yeah. Okay. So we're out of range here, which is good. Yeah, I don't think you can get enough negative accuracy to make this work. Wow, you just failed to stun this guy? He's got 50% stun resist, and you have 98% stun. Well, that was disappointing. This guy's almost coming in, so I will probably... This guy makes it in even if he only moves one tile, right? No, he needs to move 2 tiles. So we can't slow death him or him. We got to let those 2 go. This guy, though, if he moves at all, he's in. So I'll give him a slow death. So we have a little bit of wiggle room over on this side. We do want this guy to come in. If he moves here, 1, 2, 3... Okay, you have to kind of loop around this way. I would have liked this hero to get a little further out. At most, you can get something like negative 30 or 40% accuracy on modded. Yeah, that sounds about correct to me. All right, this looks good. And power staffing your own heroes is just such an incredible cost that I don't think the economics of it work out. But watch these guys melt. Gosh. The fact that eliminates a bulky so handily is just otherworldly, I think. All right, let's avoid that, and then let's see. And we will have enough for one more rocket jump. Although killing 2 bulkies there was nothing to sneeze at. And we can move to here. Where do I want to jump to, though? I think I may actually just want to jump to here. Yeah, this is fine. It's not perfect, but it gets us out of harm's way. I'm gonna let these back ones get taken out via other means. Let's see. Best I can do, it looks like, is 2, but this is a good axe opportunity. And I will use a movement potion to make sure that we get this guy sorted. Now this is where I move too fast. When I'm spamming snaps on bulkies, that's when bad things happen, because there's a soft lock associated with this particular confluence of skills. It's not the mod's fault. It's definitely a core issue of the last spell and spamming things, but see, I don't really want to stun these guys if I can avoid it. You have 4 movement. I think I'll just do that. Now you Stunning Entrance has the higher stun percentage, so we'll go with that instead. Someone's going to have to come help out here. Well, I mean, I guess we've got it stunned, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Yes, too much. Too many actions per minute, actions per second, whatever, breaks, makes someone a sad boy, and it is I. I am the sad one. Let's see. I don't mind stunning this guy. We can use Sword of Damocles to eliminate them. And then this guy here now just has to move one tile, so we can get rid of him. This is still plains. This is still plains. So this guy, unfortunately, we need to give a little more movement room. Just do that around the corner. But this guy's move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Yeah, we're good on those two. Now, unfortunately, we have a lot. Argavarlin has a lot of AP still to use. Did we have Relentless on Zayna? No, sadly not. Or Zania, as the case may be. All right, we'll leave it at that. These two guys are going to be prime targets for our rocket jumper, who really needs maybe another 30% healing received to fully be good, but yeah, I think I'm not going to bother transferring up here. I think Gorun Darira can do what needs to be done next turn. I'm not getting actions per instance. Well, it is a time-based thing, I think, in Lustrous. I'm curious if that tracks with your understanding. Let's see. I think we just step one and do another one of these. I guess one step this way, and then that should eliminate all of them. Now, I'm not getting collateral hits if I don't move. Are we just going to commit to killing everybody over here? I guess we are. Oh, actually, I can't. I can't quite. I guess I can move 2 and then do this. I'm going to have to decide. I think I'm probably going to use Tunnel on this one. Because I think you're going to just focus on killing this elite, just so that we're done with it. Yeah, I think an emergency tunnel is definitely what the doctor ordered here. Okay, that's all clear. Yeah, you're going to come probably like up to here. Because we don't have a stun for the bulkies. Hey, Sam. I don't think so. I think we're going to move on to other stuff. This has been a long and somewhat taxing run. So I think it's a good idea for us to just kind of like take it easy and go for some other stuff. I think the difference between our rocket jumper and our other hero, if I were to kind of like think out loud here a little bit, is that our rocket jumper's high crit is making a huge difference here. Okay, yeah, so this is the plan. We're going to emergency tunnel here. Not so much to kill the bulkies, but to transfer to our rocket jumper. So that we can get another one of those to eliminate the bulkies, hopefully. And then maybe also a rocket jump. Yeah, this is reasonable. That didn't seem to trigger collateral damage there. That was interesting. Because we were standing next to these two, and we landed on 3. So that should have fired 3 times. Curious. Because I attacked stunned enemies. Good call. That is weird, isn't it? Yeah. Very good call. So let's see. So now you... I could shockwave my own hero. But I don't think that's necessarily what the doctor ordered. Okay, only 188 to freedom. We can get some good berserk going off of this crew here. I'll give us like a little bit of a heal. Okay. Now you're coming in this far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step you 1 out of the way just to be on the safe side. I should be using potions at the beginning of the turn, not at the end of the turn. Just because we heal at the end of the turn and it kind of ruins our fun, doesn't it? Okay, we don't quite have the distance here to land on these guys. So maybe I just like jump to here. That only gets 1. Well, I'm gonna do it this way. The first one will just be overheat, so it won't be that impressive. Yeah, the more I use regular cannon shot, the more I think I prefer it as a as a means of doing damage over here. It seems really strong. And rocket jump seems a little more awkward to get full value out of. I know we talked about this yesterday, but it certainly seems that way. And snap really limits your targets. Like there's something nice about the fact that I know that axe, I'm gonna get 3 misses and 3 hits there out of that one. And I think this guy, just for safety's sake, is gonna get stunned. It is Suspicious Iguana, but there's a bit of a wrinkle to this particular run. That is all of our heroes are at negative 100% accuracy. And this hero is missing a trinket? That doesn't sound like something that was going on before. How odd. But yes, it has enabled some new builds for us to have negative 100% accuracy. And then, can I get you out of here? I guess I really can't. And of course, we don't get the stun propagate. Yes, collateral damage when you miss, it attacks an enemy nearby you. So we've got some very interesting dynamics at play here. So let's see. I would like to... I think I'm going to use my other emergency tunnel. Just so I can get some transfers off on this hero. I don't relish the idea of the Elite Lancer coming all the way in. So we're just going to slow him down and we'll walk you out of the way a little bit. Let's see. So... yeah, this was... This Abigail created this mod. We were talking about low accuracy runs, and it was actually me on stream who was like, what would happen if you literally couldn't hit anything? And that was the birth of this challenge run. But yeah, Abigail was the... Abigail crafted the pain in this particular case. You're going to heal for 60... We have some of those. I don't mind. And then you're good. All right. Exactly, Suspicious Iguana. Exactly. But this particular hero is an absolute unmitigated monster. So the way that this ends up working, just to go through it once, is Runnar here is a blood mage who is also has Berserk and Crit Master, but when they land somewhere like here, what you're going to see is it's going to compute the misses, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 misses, and then that's going to be 6 collateral hits for 300 to 400, basic 350 to 450. So when this hero lands, these 2 die here, and then the overhits hit over here. It's kind of nutty. And then we can do something like this: 4 enemies, or 5 enemies there, gets us 5 more collateral hits. We'll walk over to here, and then it's a little wacky for sure. Let's see. So we can do something like this. Yeah, but we're deleting fools. There is no other way to describe it. So I'll jump to here. This should kill these 2 and those 2. It didn't kill these 2, but that's okay. We can just... oh, those aren't stunned though. Need to be careful. We do need to hit stunned enemies. But yeah, we're hitting for like 2,000 per. It's pretty something or other. Someone else can take out that top guy. We also have this hero who's doing much the same. They're also a collateral miss hero. And they're doing some perseverance shenanigans, which do make it also interesting, but... Are you causing panic? You are. Yeah, the collateral damage does significantly more. Collateral damage's base damage is very high. That's the not so dirty little secret of collateral damage, is that it has a very high base damage, because normally it is really, really hard to proc. You're gonna come in here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we will have to transfer you. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. You need to walk all the way in. You need to walk all the way in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should be safe. You could use one of our potions if we see fit. But yeah, early on, Suspicious Iguana, it was all about stunners, because stun is the other way to reliably hit enemies. And then as we've kind of like progressed, collateral hits has become really like the most impressive DPS source that we have at our disposal. Now you're going to come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, almost got me. We can probably just do this. So you're going to get here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. And you, yeah, you won't get there. All right. Yep. So yeah, so the, let's see. I think we'll just carve our way into this. No need to start rocket jumping quite yet. Though now I think, so you're 2 away, you're 2 away, you're 2 away. That's good. So let's get, we'll just land here, I guess. If I step 1 to the side. We can clean up the rest with someone else. That was good enough. And then we just need this bulky to come in, so we're just going to get out of its way. Yeah, this challenge would be a lot easier with without ballista, or with ballista, excuse me. Ballista just do make things a lot easier. Save you for later. It is nice to just have a multi-hit hero who can, without the need to stun things, just get the shots off that need to be gotten. So you're going to get to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that works. This guy's going to come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Okay. Didn't really want that hero to take that damage, but corner wall is no more. Rip corner wall. But yeah, there is something deeply satisfying about this particular build. I think I just get out of the way. Although overheat's hitting for 1,000, that's a new record for us. Let's see. Okay, so I need to be very careful here. Oh, I stunned this guy. Damn, that was a mistake. Because that means we can't collateral hit it to death. But I guess that means we're also not going to soft lock ourselves, right? So we got that going for us. Oh, we kill Lancers with a single slow death? That's fun. Can you just walk around the corner and stun these two guys? Yeah. All right, we can bring some more folks over. Although Zaina is definitely like queen of soft locking, so I should be a little careful bringing them over. Zania, as it was. But right now, mainly I'm just like, I want to see how high Crit Master can go. That's my primary interest. So I want to see. So this is 5, but we're only going to get 1 collateral hit. Because our collateral hits hit for like 2,000. So we may get 2 here. I want to see if we do. I think we got all 4 there. So collateral hit can hit the same target many times. I think we already knew that, but it's good to get that confirmation. Those numbers. Whew. I guess we all know who the teacher's pet is. It is clearly Runnar in this case. I think we're just going to finish off with them. Let's see. Who needs healing though? The Crit Master scaling is insane. The collateral hits damage, though, is just, like, off the friggin' charts. It's so hilarious. So I guess I have to rocket jump to kill this last guy. But there we go. We made it through night 11, despite my best ever. Oh, I could have punched. Such a good call. Runnar gets a level. Runnar on this night did 240 kills. That's nothing to sneeze at. We need to get Runnar one more AP. Does Runnar have Perseverance? I feel like we didn't get Perseverance on Runnar. That would have been the absolute clutch. I think Omen of Perseverance would have been pretty ridiculous. Like, I would never recommend it under any other circumstances, but in this particular case, I think there is something to be said for it. I think it would have been a good pickup, since everybody has the capacity to miss a lot. All right, let's do our final level ups here. So Zane, I don't think Potent Toxins is doing much work for you. 34% Opportunism. Oh, it doesn't exist. I could have sworn it did. That's weird. Runnar picks up Big Game if we're lucky with enemy density up top. Nessie is exploding. Yeah, that's true. Let's find where are you, Runnar? We'll do Runnar first. So Big Game Hunter comes in clutch. Let's see. I think damage scales us more than crit at this point. We're only at 17% damage, and we're hitting for 2,000. I think we're barely into the diminishing returns there. So range damage is very good. Now Zane, maybe it's Berserk. Zane just isn't very durable. But maybe it is Berserk instead. I think it is. More movement. That's been our biggest complaint with them, so I'm happy to do it. I mean, clearly we need reliability. Thanks, game. Oh, I almost messed up proximity shot, right? Yeah, because you have proximity shot, so we don't want physical damage. That was a bit of an error. Tome doesn't have an undodgeable ability, Ivan, so I'm curious what your plan was for how Tome would work. The other thing to note is collateral damage has a bug where it interrupts multi-hits and propagates. So that kind of limits its usefulness in that domain. I'll take the stun because I think we can probably retire this and stay at 100%. That's good. We do still have one collateral damage medal. Oh no, this is a don't move medal. I was planning on using this for the final night. Now I remember. Let's see. So let's start doing night rewards. I'll leave this equipped for now, but we can replace that. Tome has the debuff. You were considering it at the start, but it probably just doesn't do enough. Yeah, I think that's the thing. The dud. The betrayal is real. Welcome on in. Ooh, another don't move. This for armor is pretty interesting. I might roll this, though. I guess we have 3 elite carrions, so... Reinforced shield with 2 AP seems like a grab. 2 movement, 14% damage, 13% critical. What is Runnar rocking for a chess piece right now? 2 AP. That's hard to let go of. This chess piece is quite nice though. Multi-hit on a hammer doesn't seem that great. I'll grab this. I think I am gonna roll this though. I don't think this don't move is good enough for what we're trying to do, and these other two aren't that interesting. The fur armor is kind of okay, but poison remains not a thing that we care too much about. That is 22% damage. What is Runnar's pants? We get healing received off them and crit and move. Those are all important things. Little axe with some crit on it. We lose movement if we go with that, unfortunately. All right, none of this looks very promising. Yeah. No dice. All right. Yeah, we won't be able to stun Nessie, so we're going to need other mechanisms for getting damage in on them. I feel like phase 2 is going to be the hardest one of all three because Nessie spawns far off the shore. That is I don't believe that's consistent in Lustrous. I believe Nessie can spawn in any of Nessie's spawn locations at any time. Wow. Look at this armor. 45% crit, 21% crit, 45% crit power, whew, and 35% healing received. Happy birthday, Runnar. Dang. Rusty Shield with an AP may not be that great anymore, but it's the best of those to choose from. 2 move, 25% crit power, a lot of defensive stats on that. The rogue armor is also interesting for Runnar, but that other priest armor, which is just so incredibly broken. Let's see. I think this Journeyman's Power Staff just being level 5, I'll grab it. We'll hope to find something better, but Specialist with 2 move. I was wondering if Runnar would do better with Specialist. Is that I think that's a crazy thought, but I want to throw it out there since I'm not sure how much. Well, because Runnar only is going to have 12 AP. So let's do the math. I think that 12 AP gets used by just Specialist. So we're not really losing much. This sledgehammer is interesting. But yeah, we'll do the math and we'll try and figure it out. So let's see. So Runnar here. So if Runnar casts, so you get 4 uses of this. So that's 8 AP worth of Cannonball, losing stats from the cannon. Yeah. Oh yeah. If we do the priest robe, we lose 2 AP. The priest robe is going on someone else. I think the priest robe is going on Zane. Yeah. Because we can't give it to Runnar, unfortunately. We do lose the stats, though. I'm not entirely convinced that it might not still be worth it. Because 40% is a lot. And we lose the trinket stats, too. That is a lot. Do higher level collateral damages have a higher base damage associated with them? I assume not. But that's another interesting question. Wait, they do? Oh, man. Well, we have to go fishing then in a big way. Let's see. So Zane can take these pants for a little more movement and a lot more damage. Slayer's pants are probably retired now. Now, for now, I'm just going to give you this power staff because you're still at 100% stun chance even with it. And then you're at 87, so I'll do that. That puts you at 100. Good. Don't think this has any place in our stuff. Specialist is a fun idea, but yeah, we lose too much for it, I think. Okay, wand, no interest. This gauntlet. I got another gauntlet. This gauntlet here. So we would be gaining a level, gaining some mana regen, some XP, but losing a skill range. I don't think that's worth. Because we get the same amount of movement out of it. Let's see. So I liked this chess piece. It's a straight upgrade for Cassie. Yeah, that's fine. The axe, no dice. That, no dice. I don't think we have anyone that's using a non-multi-hit hand crossbow. No, we aren't. Then we have this, which is 22, or no, excuse me, 14% critical, 10% damage. Where are you, Zane? We'd lose 2 movement, but we'd lose damage and we'd gain crit. I don't think that's worth. I don't think I care about this offhand anymore, though. When we could have this reinforced shield to get you up there. We're still looking for an AP for Runnar. But let's sell this stuff. I think this is all good to retire. Okay. So let's see. So the idea was, so collateral hits is, or excuse me, don't move is every 8 enemies hit. The next enemy is undodgeable, or the next hit is undodgeable. So I think if that's going anywhere, it's going on this hero. That's a lot to give up. Jeez. Maybe we can make it work on... What is with these 2 multi-hit, like 2 AP, 3 multi-hit? That's a lot. For now, we can give it to you. It'll occasionally proc and we'll get a free undodgeable hit, I guess. But we do really need to figure out a way to get Nessie roasted without stuns. So we're going to have our wand attacks. I feel like don't move is a necessity despite the loss here. Just to give us that extra flexibility. That hurts a lot, but I think we still do that. Wands, collateral, and poison. Well, collateral's only going to work when she's close to the coast. That's the thing that I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about if there is a round where we don't have her close to the coast, we're going to need a bit of a plan. So let's see. You're at 100% stun. You're at 98. You're not going to get any value out of that, though. I guess we do this here. Hey, Juan. Welcome. Let's see. I don't think we need another warp crystal. I don't think we're going to use the warp crystals we already have. Another collateral would be big money. Oh, I still have 1 worker. And we're still trying to get 1 more AP with Runnar. Is that true? I think that might be true. Runnar, unfortunately, is rocking 2 AP on their chest. And they are at 11. We could potentially pick up an AP in place of the leather cape. Or on the helm. But we also want more healing received. Are there any scrolls that we're particularly interested in? I kind of don't think so. Earthquake Strike. That's unblockable. I guess there are scrolls of Sniper Shot. Explosive Essence, not really what we're looking for. Forge Master. If we set up... I think this having an AP means that I was like, maybe we grab it. I mean, everything we're fishing for at this point is pretty unrealistic. Runner, what are your mithril cannons? Yeah, we don't need that. Fear of death is not a thing. Meteor ring is not a thing. I mean, I think we're going to mostly roll all the way through this. Hold on. There was someone that I was like, so runner, we could ditch 13% crit for an AP. I don't think we're going to do that. I'm not too worried. I think worst case scenario, it takes us a few extra turns because Nessie moves around regardless. So even when she's off the coast, she will eventually come back. So we're not too worried about that. Another blink. Today's been an all blink day. %70 healing received. Is that worth? That might be worth it. We lose a little bit of crit. Yeah, we'll grab that. Forge Mastery again, unfortunately. So one thing I'm noticing is the things that we were seeing like too much of previously are different this time around. Like it does feel like there's certain things that show up like a lot repeatedly, and it does seem like that's a game state type of thing where, like, you know, we closed the last spell, we opened it back up, and now we're seeing different patterns. Although humans are expert pattern matchers, so it is also possible that I am just hallucinating seeing patterns. But yeah, the RNG, it doesn't feel seeded so much. I think the RNG is definitely seeded, but I think that it is biased. That's the thing that I detect, is that something about the way that they're doing the seeding feels especially not random, I guess is the way that I would put it. It's a decent helm, but I don't think we have a place for it. So let's see. So we'll do that, which gets us here up to 345 healing received. Now, this offhand axe, I was like, we can put this here, and then we can put... We don't have that many places to put offhands, honestly. But we could put this shield here for 2 more AP. We lose a wand usage, but I don't think it's the end of the world. We have a lot of AP on our heroes, with you being the notable exception. Come on, collateral damage. Or collateral hits, excuse me. I should call it by its proper name. It's all earthquake strikes. Ooh. Like those boots. So these have crit on them, which means that we can potentially... We gain a skill range here. This is a nice upgrade for you. It gets you up to 9. You keep the skill range. You lose a little bit of stun. You're down 4%, but I think that's okay. Let's see. All right. Show me the medals. Hand crossbow with 2 skill range. No, I don't think so. Were you the one who is now... Yeah, you're 4 off. How does this compare to the one that you have? It's 18 and 18. No benefit. 3 skill range and 2 movement. Woo! That's interesting. I could also just like pivot to giving everybody a wand and we could just beat up on them. But I don't think that's the fun way to go about it. I could go for like a rifle or 2 just to get a bit more damage. Blink again. Ooh, this offhand gauntlet. Kind of interesting. Nah, because you have this offhand axe. I wouldn't want to switch your warp crystal, I don't think. Forge Mastery again. I see you, game. Fear of Death again. Yeah, it seems like that it almost feels like there's like a limited pool that is being pulled from. There's Against the Wall, which we haven't seen in a while. Do we have someone who needs this sledge? So you, Rundavara, is at 98%, but 98% getting 18% from there. So we can't use that sledge. Against the Wall, not that interesting. Inertia and Mana Shield. Those were some interesting new faces. But right now, it's looking like we're going to roll ourselves into oblivion. Ooh! Hey, wait a second! Oh my gosh! Look at these friggin' priest boots. This is Rundavara's last, or this is Runna's last AP. Loses a bit of crit and a bit of movement, but 12 of 12 AP. Down to 64% crit, which is a little sad. Given that we picked that up, I almost feel like it's better to go with this one. Like, I don't think... We're already at 355 with this. We're at 390. I don't know that that 35 is that important anymore. And this way we get a little bit more crit, which I think is good for business. I'll hang on to this for the moment, but... We have an extreme amount of crit. Or extreme amount of healing received right now. And I'm worried that our crit is falling off a little bit in trade. Surgical Strike with an AP. If this should make your first, what if this made it so when attacking units with full health, it's undodgeable? Would that make Surgical Strikes good as a level 5 perk? I kind of feel like it might. Like that could definitely be what the doctor ordered. Forge Mastery and Against the Wall again. Yeah, like it almost feels like when you start up a game, it rolls like a subset of the total available trinkets or something like that and shows them like as 90%, which makes no sense, to be clear. Yeah, I think it would be good then, Benedict. Like, I think that would actually make like a big difference. All right. Agreed, but I guess if that's the case in Lustrous, then doesn't it make sense that it would just give you undodgeable? Wouldn't that be like the, wow, that's a lot of stun on that hammer, but I think it's too little too late. Surgical plus Forge Mastery would then be viable. Yeah, I think that would be an interesting change up for that, because I think like, the way I interpret what you said in Lustrous is like, it wouldn't be that interesting because you wouldn't be worried about it. But the flip side is maybe that would be fine, you know, and that would actually make it so you could be like, all right, I'm gonna go for this and ignore accuracy or whatever it happens to be. So let's see. So we're just gonna put you out here. I'll put you like out here. You can be wherever I need you to be, but I'd like you to get hit a bit to get Berserk going. You're just gonna have a field day over here, I think. Put you over here, and then you're gonna provide Nessie support. This is gonna be interesting. When Nessie's far away, I don't think we have what it takes to get the kill. We do need to stack up, don't move, which means you need to be over here with someone who can stun for you. All right, do we want to build more walls? We'll do one ring. I don't like, I think we could kind of clear the map and go vaguely infinite with Nessie. Like, I think we have We have the capacity to do that, but I think I could fill like every Haven tile with wall if I so desired, but we'll just leave it at that. We'll float a bit. I guess we can do one more roll. Collateral? Now we have 2 heroes with collateral damage though. Hold on, I should check this really quickly. So yours is level 3. And yours is level 2. So I think in Lustrous you said earlier that higher level did more. It doesn't appear that they do. I wanted to check that because I was like, you know, is that something we're looking for? But it looks like they do the same amount, regardless. Different amounts on different heroes, obviously, but same general amount. Now let's see. Did you pick up Berserk? You did. So we'll get you out there to take some hits as well. You don't have any recovery, though. The lower level one comes with minus 10% damage. Oh, it does. You're right. I will give minus 10% damage to the hero that I like less. So our rocket jumper has a little bit more damage. I think the higher level ones just start coming with stats, Abigail. But maybe not. Maybe you're right. Do we have... We don't have any higher level medals at the moment to check that. But let's just get going. This will be interesting. Sea Serpent time. Oh, Nessie, you've picked a silly place to land. Although I will note that one problem that we're gonna have, potentially, is we won't have crit power scaled up at the beginning here. We do have a good cluster of enemies though, so we will get 5 collateral hits. So let's start out with Nessie. Let's see. Oh, if you're standing here, 1, 2. Okay, so you can stand here. You don't get the explosion then. This is a better place to land. I'm not overheating either. Do I care? I don't think I care. Let's just see how we do here. That was a lot. That went well, I feel like. We are deleting things. Health potion. Now, I should make sure that I am overheating. So now I guess we can just do like this type of thing. Where am I getting the most hits? This is where I'm getting the most hits. Do we think overheat kills the boomer? Probably not. Oh, this is interesting though. Do we think that we take the boomer damage from the collateral hit, or do we land? I think this would kill us. Because I think the boomer would explode. Yeah, and we would take... Right, because the boomer is doing 200. Yeah, I think that would be a mistake. I think we're better off. We'll test that later on, I think. I guess we do need to rocket jump away, and oh, we can't rocket jump away because we'll kill the boomer. This is actually interesting. How much are we healing? Let's check that. 71. I think I'm just going to stun the boomer. I'm going to stun the ripper too. And then we'll just leave ourselves here and come back later. Are these immune to stun? These can't be stunned, so we can't kill these. If I walk, I don't have 2 movement left in Lustrous. I can walk and shoot, you're right, though. So I could do like this, and then obliterate them. But yeah, I couldn't do my rocket jump, so I couldn't get out. But since we're stacking Berserk anyways, it's probably not a big deal. So yeah, the eggs we can't kill. I didn't build warp gates either. I don't think I care, but it is a thing that I did not do. I'm just wondering if the wormlings are also unstunnable. I've never had to check before. That's a waste of mana. We don't need to do that. Oops. I do think that Axe and Snap are kind of like a perfect combo for a hero like this. I think we needed Relentless, though, for sure. I think that would have made a big difference. See, now you over here, I mean, we can do like... They aren't? Okay. Let's see, what are you doing over here? So with this hero, what we probably want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. We probably want to stack up, don't move, next turn. Like it's not worth doing it this turn. But just to test. Hey, guess what? Worried about Runner as he has no block or armor. Runner's okay. They're going to heal up to full. No one's going to do 400 damage to them. Famous last words. We can also do that, so now we have like 100 block. So don't move. Only procs on the first attack of a multi-hit. So that's not going to be too useful for us either. But you know, this is how we learn. Let's see. What do you have left to do? I guess you can bonk them. Correct. Yeah, the debuff happened, or did the debuff happen? Are you sure about that? I only see the debuff here. I could have sworn I hit these two guys because they didn't have dodge, and I don't see them having a movement debuff. Right? I'm 90% sure I targeted these two guys because they weren't stunned, and I hit them with magic missiles because they were in range, and they didn't get the debuff. So I think the debuff is also only the first. But we'll test it. We'll do more science for sure. We will do more science. Oh, I can poison the eggs with my poisonous heroes, though. That's exciting. Oh, you have... Okay, so wait, you have to hit... Got it. Okay. See, Runner's fine. We don't have anything to worry about. Runner just needs to scale up their crit mastery. Yeah, 50% stun resist. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see. You're gonna do just fine here. I'm not worried about you. You're not overheating. So I guess we start with that. Oh, I almost killed myself right there. That was almost bad. All right. If that had hit the boomer, we would be dead right now. It tried to apply the debuff, but the debuff wouldn't apply if you don't hit. Got it. The confusing rules of stuff. Oh, these guys, I won't miss these guys. Okay, so you can use a potion now. That's fine. Rundavara ended up really low on movement. I don't love that. But yeah, the undodgeable only applies to the first hit. The fact that the debuff applies to the whole attack made me assume the undodgeable applies. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to notice without this specific circumstance, which is one of the things that I think is fun about these modded runs. We certainly occasionally find some curious bugs. So you're going to heal for 70 again. Oh, check it out. We're getting some Carnage procs too. That's pretty good. You're not gonna make it in. That's fine. I think we could use another heal. Just keep ourselves topped off here. Now, Nessie can show up anywhere. If Nessie shows up far out, I do not think we have what it takes to kill them. So for your next turn, what do we... Is there a way that we can set up Argavarlin well? Argavarlin doesn't have Blessing, right? No Blessing, so we can't do any type of, like, transfer stacking. We do need to move just over this way, I think. So I'll probably just... Those also don't count as hits, incidentally. Just so we have don't move procced, I'll do this. Even though we already know that it doesn't do a lot for us. We do have Faraway Nessie, which I'm very skeptical of if we can. I don't think we can kill Nessie on this turn at all. Yeah, 7,000 HP and 30 block. I don't think we're getting through that. I'm pretty sure in Lustrous that we've had it do different things. I think it can spawn in any of its spawn locations anytime, but you know, this is just confirmation bias at its best, right? So let's see. We will. Oh, I didn't realize this blocks visibility also. That's interesting. How do I... There's no spot in here, unfortunately. I guess I'll just do this then. Those are some freaking numbers, though, I will say. Now that leaves us with you, who I am very skeptical of how much work you can do here. Slow Death's going to do 360. That's not very much. All right, this is going to be a 2-turn kill. That's fine, though. We do have Don't Move. What attack do we have that we can use that does the most damage that would otherwise be dodged? Probably Magic Missile, even though it's going to miss after the first hit. Okay, at least we got the AP back. We could use transfers first to get a little more damage, but we still weren't going to be that close. Oh, and then I used a quick reload on the wrong on our hand crossbow. That wasn't great. Ah, well, we'll still be fine. Just to double check. Definitely 1,000% stun resist. Okay. With all this stun, we can go for a long time. We can do this all day. Now you just need to get somewhere better. Yeah, we're gonna have you start working on this gang here. How did that not kill? Yikes. All right. Oh, no, you're stunned. That seemed like it worked okay. Okay. We found a way. We found a way. Rundavar is having a hard time, for sure. It will come in next turn, so we're fine. We're not worried. Oh, did not transfer to this unit. Somehow I thought it was going to. Not a bad opportunism turn there. And then over here, I guess we might as well just... Oh, we could have put we could put contaminate on this and get a little more value. And then you are just good, I think, right? Yeah, you're just good. I don't remember the last time I had one of these barrages go off. My poor walls. Also, she didn't move, which is interesting. I could have sworn that was a guarantee, because we did our punch only run. Okay, so let's see. So we have enough AP. So what we should do is we should come over here and let's get rid of this. Okay, and we don't get the debuff. That's useful information. So I don't think the boomer would have killed us because we didn't get the debuff here. That's interesting. So now that we've done a little bit, let's go double transfer just to get the damage buff. Now we're going to do 4 of these. Which gets us don't move. The resolution order is very wacky. That is true. Then poison, poison. And then where do we want our quick reload? Where do we want our quick reload? I think one more poison is better. Right? Because we're getting 360 poison out of this, whereas this is hitting, like, on crit. We were hitting for, like, about the same amount. So I guess it's a little more front-loaded to go this way. Oh, and we can get one more transfer. But if we get a transfer, we don't get a last hit in. All right. We didn't get the crit, so we would have been better off with the poison. But such is life. Just means that we get to enjoy enjoy our rocket jumper slightly longer, right? That's the way to look at it. Nessie will eventually die. Hopefully. I feel like the enemies are doing a great job clustering up on this side, if nothing else. Oh yeah, can't hit them. Can't hit them. All right, let's start out with you, I guess. We can get Snap going here if we want to. For next turn, I guess. Let's see. You can just... Well, we want some things to hit run, so I may not do that. Maybe we start out with this guy. The amount of stun on this run is something to behold, for sure. Let's see, you're more than 2 blocks away from everybody, so you can't really do much, unfortunately. We'll brace you up. Guess we can get rid of this bat. I guess we put ourselves in harm's way with the Ripper there, so I'll zip back out again. Okay. Yeah, so the biggest thing is we're running out of enemies on Runner. Okay. Not relocating again. Wow. Okay. So now I think we've at least learned an important lesson about Nessie's behavior. Gonna come melee us potentially. We may lose that hero. Because I feel like Nessie has a melee attack. And it is perhaps devastating. But maybe you have to end a turn in melee range. Let's check Nessie's abilities real quick here. So Skull Smash, yeah, it does 300 in that range. Range 1 to 4 too. That's pretty big range. Whoops. Then you have Hydro Catapult and you have Tidal Assault, which is the maneuver that you just did. Okay. Gotcha. Now we start flying across the map, destroying everyone in our path. Oh, how am I out of movement? Wait, hold on. I'm 2 tiles away here, so I can do this, and then this gets 3 hits, which should be enough. Yep. Okay, that's all good. Nessie's dying. We could speed it along. Actually, we can't speed it along, can we? No, we can't. Wrong skill. Let's see. Oh, we had... I forgot, we had Geo Reservoir and we didn't use it. That's a shame. I went to all the trouble of setting up Geo Reservoir and then forgot to use it. A story as old as time. I would like to get this guy. There we go. And then... just poke you, and then I guess we can finish off this. Ooh, nice hit. All right. Let's see. You're good. I would have relocated this hero slightly so they could take more hits for berserk reasons, but you can't really do anything. And then you're good to go. All right. Goodbye, Nessie. Come back soon. Oh, I didn't notice this guy having a little snack over here. A little corner snack. If I had built warp gates, there's a part of me that might have considered just trying to kill Nessie exclusively with poisonous, but that just seems needlessly silly, given the situation that we've created for ourselves. So I'm just gonna have everybody kind of mosey in the general direction of Nessie, so we can do our traditional who should kill Nessie dance. So what map in APOC do you think you could do this challenge harder but possible? I think any map / APOC would just be loads of RNG. Yeah, I agree. So I think that's the first thing that I will say is I think that I think it could happen on any map. Like if you got the right setup, you could go. I'm trying to think, like, one thing that was really important to our early game was rifles, but they basically have been, you know, completely MIA since then. So I don't think that they were a great pick. Hand crossbows have been good. Obviously, hammers and power staffs, to no one's surprise. Where's Runnar? I haven't done anything with them. Can I get 2 right now? No, I don't think I can. Didn't get the kill here. It's a little unfortunate. Can I get an axe boomerang that hits more targets? Oh, we get 2 there. I guess that's okay. Oh, 3. That's pretty good. I kind of wanted to kill this this Ripper, so maybe I should come over and just do that. All right. Axe has been amazing with collateral hits, but Cannon has outshined it, and Gauntlet does similar things if you want Sledge as your only physical weapon. Yeah, I will say that I think that I think that this hero would not have been as outshined. No, Cannon is just so good. Speaking of which, where is our Cannon hero? Somehow I have not gone through the turn order. Someone needs to get this guy. Stop chewing my stuff, please. Yeah, like, Axe complements Gauntlet really well, because I do think that when you're right next to it, like, because the thing about Gauntlet that makes it hard is its additional range actually, in a lot of circumstances, means that it requires more density to get the same number of collateral hits. Axe, I think, is actually better fundamentally than Gauntlet, even though Gauntlet is hitting more targets. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think that's what I have observed so far. Just come over here and get you. We don't need to be too far. Oh yeah, I was gonna move people over, wasn't I? Because this is potentially the end. That's a very good point, Abigail. Yeah, that sacrifice might be worth the price of admission. Anybody else? Who's our furthest person? Okay, everybody's going to be able to make it. So I think we're just chilling. we've gotten everybody as much as they're going to get, I think. You're not in any jeopardy of underheating, right? No. The putrescent worm is here. So I certainly suspect that one shot from Runnar with 5 targets from cannon standing next to Nessie is probably a... Maybe it's not a kill. It's probably pretty close to a kill, though. Like, if we do... Oh, shoot. We're not going to have good targets. Oh, yeah, we never got proc shot on this hero, did we? And we also don't have 5 targets. Our max is 2. We only have 104. Last night we had more. So the final stats for this hero were 87. Oh, imagine how much work a Warcry hero would be doing right now. Why walk when you can jump? Because I don't want to hurt Nessie, and I don't think it matters. Like, I kind of wanted to do like a 100 to 1 type of thing. So like I can do that, but the best I can get is 2. And we've confirmed that missing a hero doesn't give us an extra collateral hit. So actually, we have emergency tunnel, so we'll just do this. Mortar misses 9. Ooh, good call, good call. Mortar misses 9. Do we have a 9 spot? We don't. We have an 8 spot. That's the best we can do with mortar, it would appear. Unfortunately, some of these are stunned, so this is not a good target. I think this one here is our best. This is a 7 spot with no stunned. So I think that's it. Because this one, we would hit a bunch of these, which would ruin the fun. And Zane has nobody... Let's just to absolutely confirm. I just want to make sure if I do... Well, if I miss you that way, that's not good. I don't want to miss Nessie. Oh, there's actually... I don't think there's any way... Oh, maybe I can do this. Yeah, I can move this person in. So if I do this... Oh, yeah, I can't cast it because it's friendly fire only. Okay. Any other science we want to do here? I think we're good. And everybody is just going to cheer Runnar on here because Runnar... Oh, let's make sure we're enabling opportunism. Runnar doesn't have bully. All right. Do we think it's a one-shot? Do we think we do 11,000 damage in one shot with 7 of these? Yeah, I think we do. Because I think we've been critting for like 2,000. So I think it's going to be like 14,000 damage. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yep. One of those hits was for 5,000. One of those collateral hits, 100% hit for 5,000. Wow. That was not even in the ballpark of what I imagined. So yeah, so Abigail, I think this challenge would be very difficult without a hero like... can we look in the logs? Yes, I'll go grab the logs. Hold on one second. Let's see. User that. App data. Local low? Is that where it is, or is it in roaming? I always forget. There it is. The last spell. Player log. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Warning, no dead building sprite specific for barricade. The building may simply pop off once dead, which may look odd. That's an interesting log message I haven't seen before. Barricade hit, wooden wall hit. panic added. Yada yada. Major spawn final wave. Wait, what the heck am I looking at here? Health points of Argavarlin should not exceed 50. Currently 2 billion? What is that error message? Health remaining at most for single hero. That's a very odd health message. So is this... There's a lot of stuff in the log files. Hold on. So I think that was the beginning of the turn. This is all spawn manager stuff. Zaina barks. I don't know. That was a very odd one. So let's see. So we have... We had Runnar barking. This doesn't look like. Magic Circle barks, but in any case... Then... So interestingly, you get a bunch of panic when the walls are destroyed. That's curious. Okay, so I think all of that was... Okay, cool. So here's the damage instances. Do I want to try and share it? So the short version is that start display coroutine. We had 3 instances of damage show up from this hero. They hit for 5,086. They hit for 1,503, and they hit for 5,284. So we had 2 hits over 5,000, thanks to Big Game Hunter. We also had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros show up, which leads me to believe that some of those were from collateral damage and some of those were from... Some of those were from overheat, or one of those was from overheat, and the rest were... the 7 zeroed were the misses. That is potentially also true. Yeah, that could be. Because I don't think it displays after the boss is dead. So let's see. Yeah, I can't find the rest. I will paste into the Discord the exact text. Just so that it is there. But that was strong. Never underestimate Big Game Hunter, kids. Yeah, collateral hitting for over 5,000 is indeed wild. Let's take a look at our final stats here. Yeah, no, well, oh, actually, wow, this is, oh yeah, and Imagine Proximity Shot as well is a very good point in Lustrous. We never found that, but Zania, respect on Zania here. Like, collateral hits was such a massive portion of our damage. Like, early on, Argavarlin did a lot of work with multi-hit. But, and Runnar came in very late and was an absolute monster. Like an absolute unmitigated monster. But Zania was our #1 murderer for the duration. What do we think the best... So the best collateral hits build is clearly anything that has Crit Master. Right? Obviously, we want Assassin Tree. And then were these the things that we wanted? Carnage was surprisingly impactful also. We were getting a lot of Carnage procs because Rocket Jump hitting 5 enemies is not that unheard of. Proc Shot would have been insane. I do wonder about Specialist, though. Like, I realize that it caps you a little bit, but the flip side is that it does... Like, in this case, the difference between us having 35% damage and having 75% damage would have been non-zero. Like, you know, that would have been a lot given how low this hero's damage was. Like, if our damage was higher, what else do we have going on here? Our range damage was decent, but could have been better. Our base crit power was pretty good. Our opportunism and isolation were decent. Yeah, specialist with lower AP would have been really good. But if this hero had perseverance, that would have been incredibly nasty. Also, like this I don't think is that far off from the optimal build. We wanted perseverance, certainly. I didn't realize exploit weakness being minus 100% isolation is kind of pretty funny when you think about it. Exploit weakness becomes an actively bad perk in most cases here. But yeah, I think one thing that would have made this run much stronger is having a hero who was a Warcry hero. Getting someone who could have done the Warcry thing, I think would have been really good. Were we able to test Boom with collateral hits? No, we never saw a Boom medallion. And we had Berserk on both of our collateral hit heroes. It would have been good to test it. I think that's relatively easy to test with like a side run. Like, I don't think it would be too bad. We could do that. But yeah, so I want to take a moment here really quickly. So people have been asking about like their challenges. So I want to take a look at some of the challenges that we currently have and talk about them. I'm undecided if we're going to do the last spell tomorrow. I think we're probably going to do some Darkest Dungeon. But what do we have here? Oh yeah, Sam, I don't know if you're still lurking. I think you went off to the pool/sauna, but I don't see your challenge in the sheet. Interestingly. But yeah, so we just did the Heroes Are Blind challenge. I'm not sure that we'll... Oh, the S rank all the nights challenge. I don't see that in here. Oh, okay, you're still lurking? Well, remind me what your challenge was, Sam. The Friendly Fire challenge seems interesting. That would be really painful. Okay, well, Sam, there's a stickied comment in the Discord in the last spell channel that is a form where you can submit it. If you submit it, that would be awesome. We do have Naked and Afraid that we could potentially do, which is heroes cannot wear helms, armor, or pants. Production S rank every night, no corpse piles. Got it. We could do that. That would be a fun change of pace. That would be a fun change of pace. We did do random perks. Although that one's just so much fun. I really enjoy that one. So we have Friendly Fire. We have No Panic, No Corpses, Elderlicht, Apocalypse 5 by Tea Time. Corpse Pile Harvesting not allowed. Vulture Omen allowed. If a night ends with less than an S rank on Panic, the run is over. So for a day with a strong backup stream planned. Yeah, I think that's the challenge. And I want to kind of like take people's, well, we have a couple of people in chat. I want to kind of take people's temperature. We doing challenges where there is kind of like a loss condition that is not, we lost the run. I'm curious how people feel about that. Yeah, if we're not doing corpses, it's pretty easy. I would probably, honestly, rather than doing Vulture, I would probably do Omen of Bursting Flesh, just because it's funny. I do think production is a little bit of a buff, or debuff. Let's see. So I'm also gonna save the log file for the collateral soft lock. I'm not sure if there's anything in the logs, but I will post that to the Discord as well. Just in case we want to submit that to Ishtar, to the Ishtar Discord, as a bug. It's a very niche one, but I think it could happen in the regular game. It's just wildly unlikely. So then we have the gold hoarding challenge, which is the spend no gold on anything but houses and house upgrades. This is the one that we failed. Sam, I know you did this one. Well done. Then we have the truly random perks. Roll a dice or use a random number generator, 1 through 8, to pick the perk for that row. That one's kind of interesting. Yeah, so we have a version like it, Sam. So what you're describing sounds a lot like what Tea Time did, which is corpse piles not allowed, vulture omen allowed, S rank run is over, must use production. Although this one doesn't specifically say production. So maybe put yours in there just so I have the specific text of the way that you would like that one to go. And maybe we'll take a look. Then the dud posted my favorite weapon. You're only allowed to have one weapon for every hero. Show how much a singular weapon can accomplish. Obligatory no ballista traps. You can choose restrictions on what weapons you can have duplicates on the heroes of. Offhands count as a separate weapon, so no main hand and offhand weapons. Okay. We could always add random perks to another one. A specialist run. Give everyone... Because we can... Actually, this is an interesting question, Abigail and Illustrious, since you two have done the most additional modding. Do we think it would be easier for us to take, like, say, Omen of Leapfrog, for instance, and change it to Omen of Specialist? Or something else? So we could potentially, right, do runs where we give all of our heroes a perk. So we could do, like, the All Blood Mages run. Or... Because that would actually be kind of interesting. Imagine starting out a run with all of your heroes being blood mages. That has some interesting implications, because early on, that means you don't have mana, and there's no early game way to recoup health. That could be kind of an interesting run. I'm writing that one down. That's interesting. We could do all specialists. That's another great one. So basically everyone only has one of those. We don't, at this point, I don't believe we have the ability to force a single trait. Do we? We could probably do a run where all heroes start with the effect of Specialist and the Specialist perk undoes it. That's hilarious. No, Sam. So look at the pinned messages on the last spell, and the second pinned message links to a Google form where you can submit it to the Google form. I had an idea of a challenge run where you start with Blood Collector and Blood Mage, but also overheat health cost mechanic. No Fire Blast. Oh, that's interesting, Illustrious. So everyone has overheat by default. Sam, Abigail just linked it, so you should be able to find it that way. Yeah, that's interesting. The other thing that I'm going to do, probably this weekend, depending on how the build guide video goes, because we're getting that out on Monday, is I am going to make a web page for challenges. So the challenges will go up with their modded game files. And I'll start putting down, like, so you can go find the specific videos where I did specific challenges, and also where I have failed specific challenges. And then I will also add a place where you all who run these challenges as well can list your names as well next to challenges that you've completed. So for instance, Sam would be able to list the no spending gold challenge where I have not been able to do it. Maybe we can do all skills cost health instead of AP. Instead of AP is interesting. That's a very interesting idea. I think that one in Lustrous would just require a lot of balancing, because if you just get to the point where like a hero, like basically a hero will run out of health, right? Like on night number 1, as an example, a hero could potentially just run out of health just from using abilities, because, you know, whatever. And you could get to a point where you don't have any hero that has a resource to act. So you would need to be very careful with how you did that conversion. And it could either like trivialize the game, or it could make the game completely impossible. You could potentially do something with Punch to do that, for sure. But yeah, anyways, this was a great run. I had a lot of fun with it. Obviously, we had some soft locks / crashes, such as life. We're doing weird stuff. That is a bug in the base game. As a side note, collateral hits. If you trigger it and then you trigger it appears if you trigger collateral hits and then you try to cast another action before collateral hits has resolved, it appears to sometimes lock up. So anyways, this is a great run. Thank you everybody for suggesting creating the mod files. Shout out to Abigail for that. Thank you, Sam. Oh, let me take a look at it really quickly before we stop. There it is. Production run with no corpse piles. Excellent. I wish I could set this sheet to always word wrap, but it does not. Yeah, so no corpse run, underutilized weapons, ballista usage allowed. Interesting. Map something harder like Elderlicht Glint Fine or Runenberg 5. You just have to destroy the corpses if they show up. Try to get S rank every night so you have a stable economy. Cool. So I can't use bursting flesh, Sam. I'm itching to use burning flesh. Unless I can make columns wrap. It's a Google spreadsheet, but I can make columns wrap. But if a column is empty, it does not apply column wrap to it. It does not apply wrap to it. So every time someone adds a new one, they're not wrapping automatically, because it only when you select all of the, like I select the entire sheet and then do wrap, and when someone adds a new submission, it doesn't work. But anyways, that's enough of this.